YouTube, we are back today for another video. We're going to be doing a sort of kind of revisiting I had a pork loin roast in the freezer I needed to use, and I attempted a while back to do a stuffed pork loin, but I was using link sausages, and it just didn't get them cold enough, and I cut the slit in the pork loin, but the sausages were blowing out before I got them pushed all the way into the pork loin, and then they didn't meet at the middle. So today we're going to revisit that and do it a little bit differently. We're going to use a sage type breakfast sausage meat, loose meat, no links. I'm actually going to fillet open the pork loin this time and then tie it up. So we're going to try to do that this time. Hopefully we're a success. And we're using our Smoke Daddy Pellet Pro 2300 today with actually a mixture of pecan and apple, because I'm just struggling to get pellets, lumberjack pellets right now. So that's what we have. The Pellet Pro's out there warming up on a nice 20-degree day. It's struggling, but that's the smoke I decided to use because it is a double wall cabinet. So we'll bring you back here shortly, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, we're back. I apologize for the glare coming in that window, but I'm grateful for any sun we get. I did do a little bit of trimming on this, not a whole lot. I am going to leave this fat cap on because when I flay it, my thinking is that maybe it'll help hold it together for me. So we're going to pull our Dow Strong 8-inch boning knife. See if we can't get a nice cut on this thing. Meat, as you can tell, it's not frozen by any means. I'm going to go all the way through. Probably happy with that. So the next thing we're going to do is this is a hot and mild mixture both. I already tell I'm going to have plenty of sausage meat. And this is, I did not make this sausage. This is locally made from a place not too far up the road called Miller's Market. They make sausages, sell meats, just a variety of stuff. You know, when vegetables are in season, obviously they're going to sell you some vegetables too. I think I can get all this in there. You can tell there's plenty of fat in the sausage meat, so it's going to be, added moisture is what I'm thinking to the inside of this pork loin. Alright, YouTube, let me get a glove on the other hand. We're going to try and tie this thing up. Alright, YouTube, I believe we're back. So I got my strings down there to tie this thing up. Hopefully I come long enough. Wrapping around a couple times. Alright YouTube, we are back for right now. Probably see better if I had my daggone glasses on. Oh yeah. So as you can see, I had to fight with it a little bit, trying to get him tugged up. I'm hoping I'm not going to regret not putting something across the center. But I don't want to get too much string on there. So I have to fight with it when it comes to my, not fight with it, but when I go to remove my strings later after my seasonings and everything is on there, I'll just end up messing it up. So we are going to use a binder today. Just a yellow mustard binder. Missed a piece of loose meat hanging there, but it ain't a comp cook. Alright, and we're going to use two different rubs today. One of them being Meat Church's Honey Hog Barbecue, and I'm also going to use some of this Weber's jalapeno garlic jalapeno seasoning. My sister got this for me, and they used it a lot, and I'm going to give it a shot. It's pretty spicy, so I'm not going to go real crazy with it. And my plans is to sort of make a sauce for this as it cooks here shortly. That when it comes off the smoker, then I will take and apply this sauce to the top of it. So again, just enough to give it a little bit of a bite, but hopefully not enough to make me regret it. I think I'm going to cook this thing fat cap up is what I'm sort of kind of thinking at this moment. So this Meat Church is sort of a sweet barbecue-y type seasoning. Alright YouTube, we are back. Pellet Pro is up to 270 degrees. You can see this thing's sweated up pretty good. We're going to get it on this rack. And let the Pellet Pro do its thing. Alright, we're back. That novel. Stop working on the other one. thing closed up here. I'm not probing it or anything. I'm just gonna let it roll. My spritz juice is water, apple juice cider, honey, and apple juice. About, I don't know, maybe 50% water, and the remainder is the apple juice and apple cider vinegar. We'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, we are back. I'm going to put Jeff Rice Dead Broke Barbecue excuse me, not trick, but method that he uses, and the juice is just pouring out of this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing in a full pan, YouTube. And we're going to add some apple juice to the bottom of this thing. Wrap it up. Alright YouTube, we're going to start our topping for that ham, or not ham, that pork loin roast. That is sausage stuffed with a sage type sausage. Hot and mild, about 50%. Once it comes out and starts to cool, I'm going to put a diced apple brown sugar syrup over the top of it. Alright YouTube, it is out and we're letting it rest now. I took it out of the pan probably maybe 20-30 minutes ago to dry up the top on it, and we're just letting it rest. We'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, we gave her about 15 minutes. Let's see what we got. Get rid of these strings first. Hoping I don't lose my bark here. Probably mostly worried that the inside is fully cooked. It should be. I took it up to 172 just to be safe. Now for the glazing. Could have got actual real apples and chopped them up a little bit better than this, but I didn't want to have to cook any apples too today. I just wanted to, I guess, do it the easy way. Alright YouTube, I think that's about all I'm going to get out of it. I just let it cool down too much. So let's get this thing a cut and see what we got on the inside. This should be juicy, because there is juice just pouring out of this thing. up? Alright YouTube, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get a thumbnail picture. I'm trying to stay out of the light here. I'd say that looks pretty daggone good. Always room for improvement, but I'm happy. We'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, I am trying to fight with this lighting right now. For some reason. I normally have no problem at all with lighting around here, but just a nasty day, I guess. So let's take this bite. Of course I want some of that apple. Man, I'll tell you what, that sage sausage and this pork is really some kind of good. Last bite, YouTube, promise. Alright YouTube, it's great, very good, I'm very happy. We'll bring you back for the recap. Alright YouTube, well, I sure hope this wasn't a waste. I noticed that the lighting on the screen is really dark. I just quickly checked my settings. I need to get out of here. My nephew needs help doing some drywall work in his bathroom of his home, so I gotta be there. So I can't see anything wrong with a quick look, but I'll check it out later. I did bring out some artificial light to maybe help the situation some, but it is what it is. So what we did was a pork loin roast. I'm sorry, a pork tenderloin. Filleted open. I stuffed it with a mixture of mild and hot country sausage meat. It's like a sage sausage. Then we seasoned it with some of this Weber garlic and jalapeno. And then we topped it off with Meat Church's honey hog barbecue. It cooked, it was probably about I think it was including the rest time, about 4.5 hours. It turned out good. I was really happy with it. I did think it was going to be a little bit moist inside, because as I was probing it, man, the juice was just squirting out of it because the fat inside the sausage meat was breaking down. I was like, this is great. It's going to get inside the pork loin. Don't get me wrong, it was moist, but I just thought it would have had moisture juices just dripping off of it, and it didn't happen. But unless I squeezed it, you can get some moisture out of it that way. But I'm real happy with it. I mean, I'll definitely do it again. It's definitely better than the first attempt to it. So we'll revisit it if I feel need be. And I do want to take a minute to give a shout out to Smoke Daddy. I went to go fire up my Pellet Pro this morning, and it was 19-20 degrees outside, and the pot wouldn't ignite. So I fumbled with it a few times, made sure there was pellets in there, and I had to actually manually light it because I just was losing time by trying to tinker with it. they're assuming that maybe it was a premature igniter rod failure. Usually they're good for 2-3 years. This one's probably a year. So again, shout out to Smoke Daddy. They're going to send me out, or actually already did. I just received tracking number just hours later for a replacement igniter rod. So I love my Pellet Pro 2300. I think it's absolutely great. The convection fan on that thing just blows me away of what it can do. I mean, it works pretty good. The heavy D, I'm still struggling with a little bit. You can't think about putting big chunks in there. The easiest thing is to do is just to put smaller pieces in there and maybe make them catty corner from each other. Because you get, when it starts rolling smoke, it rolls smoke, which is great. But if you're concerned with that dirty belching smoke, then that would be something you need to consider. But I normally just turn on the convection fan and crank open the top vent on the pit, and it works fine. But you still got to be careful with the extra smoke. It just rolls smoke. If you don't believe me, check out Ricer's Dead Broke Barbecue when he was doing a cook with his Smoke Daddy Pellet Pro 2300. He was lost in a cloud of smoke there. Excellent smoker, excellent customer service. I hope to be able to buy a tabletop version from them one day in the near future, but we'll see. I can't think of anything else, YouTube. I'm just rambling on. Most of the ingredients, or all the ingredients. Oh, there is one more thing I really wasn't happy with. The apple coating on the top, the actual apple pie filling. I wish it had run down over the sides a little bit. I've just been monkeying around, and I probably let it cool down a little bit more than I should have. It was a good 15-20 minutes, and I'm guesstimating in that. It could have been 25-30 minutes. But, I mean, it tastes great. The apple is a great addition to it. That sage and the apple really played well off each other, too. So, very happy. I'll do it again. But I know me. It's not perfect. There's room for improvement, so I'll probably go in for another attempt at it one day. YouTube, this is Lance from St. Mary's County, Maryland, sleeperbbq. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.